All the frogs seeing wide, get a clear view. People coming with the tides like we church and pew. Haters putting them aside, yeah, I often do. Some claiming to be friends.
What's going on, people? This is Inflewence, and I'm back with another review. This is Magic Square's Light of Justice. I don't know what series, like they have like B. I think that's the black version, and I think they have a gray, like the deaf version. I'm not sure. It might be a different company. But this Magic Square's Legend Size Optimus Prime, and it is, I like it. It's a Legend Size Optimus Prime. This is basically a miniature version of their Light of Freedom, which is their masterpiece sized Optimus Prime. That's the difference between Light of Justice is the smaller size. Plus, whenever you see this guy on the box, you know that it's a legend size. If you recall from G1, this episode when they went to that other planet and the people were like way taller than them and they were playing with them as toys. That's why I think that's pretty smart that they put this guy on the box of all their legend figures, so you know that it's a legend size. Whenever you see this guy, that's how you can tell. But they Magic Square mostly makes legends anyway, but they do have a few Optimus Prime. I think Optimus Prime might be their only masterpiece size. And I'm not sure if there's any coming, but I would be interested. Some people don't like their plastics, and it's the same plastics that they usually use for their figures. It's just the box. I didn't mean to do that yet. Just looking at the box, just some artwork, nothing spectacular. Got some blueprints in the back. Comes in two. You have the trailer and the actual figure and some of the accessories. So we'll get into the accessories, which is basically all in the trailer. There's actually a few accessories. And right off the bat, one thing I don't like is the way this is on here. It's just like a little groove system. Unless I don't have it right, and I don't know how the directions are. The directions are okay, but I mean, you see, it does tow it, and it stays on, but it's not a hard. On the other hand, you have an adapter that it comes with, and I'll just go through this and some of the accessories. So you have this pull out. It's the trailer accessory, of course, and then these are pretty hard, but you can go all the way up if you want, or you can just leave it out like this. Leave it out like the G1. And you pull, but it also has these things, which is like on a regular tractor trailer when it doesn't have the cab and it wants to stay up so it doesn't fall. You have those, but then you have these that they can come out and they kind of support when this opens up. There's ramps back here. They're pretty loose, so you can just do that to pull them out, and the ramps go down, and then you have the doors that open up and rollers in there. There's a couple accessories, but as you see, roller can come out. It has this gun on there. This is Magic Square's Huffer, and he barely fits in there. Their Bumblebee probably does fit in there because it's pretty small. But yeah, that's it. You got this, and then it splits apart, of course, like it normally does. So you have this thing, the robot, the repair robot, and you can have it like this. And you got the little satellite dish thing that's down here. You can put up. Doesn't open. It's pretty hollow. But then I have this. You can insert this in here, I believe, just in case you want to keep it. You can also Get those up. Pull this out. So you got all the playable features that you had with the G1. Like I said, you have roller. He doesn't slide in. Still has his things right here, but it's just hollow. Has some wheels. He can put the gun there. You can put the gun back here. You can also put this in one of these holes. Also, it's kind of tight because of just the way it is. I believe the paint on him. So also you have in, oh, here it is over here. What am I doing? It's a way better port and hole. Like you split his legs, put this in here like this. Then you can put his legs back together. And this is a way better support. Let me just show it real quick. See, there's a thing there, and then he can just put that into that hole. And Huffer can drive it now, as he did that one time, I believe, in the cartoon. Also, can roller? Let me see if I put these up. I don't know if roller can. It doesn't look like roller can. I don't know if he can even with this. No, there's no way. Also have, there's a lot of stuff that comes with this guy. You also have his card, of course. Obligatory. And then you have these, which are, get more into robot. Now the smokestacks don't come with him. So you have 2 straight smokestacks, and then I have the cut smokestacks that are like, you see they're slanted cut, and these are like straight and are a little bit taller or longer. Then you have fist. You have a pointing, 2 pointing. You have a fist to hold the gun, and you have an open fist. And I have the other 2. I have an open hand and a fist to hold the gun on him now. That's why you have those. And they just pull out. I'll show it when we get to the robot. Basically it, as far as in alt mode. So he has, you know, he comes with everything. Comes with a lot. Comes with everything. You can't close this. You know, some of them have the little opening where you can have this out. But you can still have the, you can put this up and have the bay. Can you, yeah, you can do it like this. Where it's like the repair bay. So yeah, let's put that aside. Look at the vehicle. So this is a nice looking truck, and he basically transforms almost just like his counterpart. Now there's some differences in some of the people I've seen review this. Here there's no paint. I don't know why that is. I haven't been able to tell. Usually it's a different shade, and I think I like the other one better with a different shade. It doesn't have the gray either, which I'm not sure what I like better. I would have to see it side by side. Then there's the underneath. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know if it's a reissue or if that was the only difference. Just the reissuing of him. Let's get down to transformation. So we can get these legs. I'm gonna go from this mode because he comes in robot mode. You just split that off. It's a little piece that clips into there. So you get that like that, and pull these out. The accordion out like this, then you can get that out. You can separate this, and this kind of combiner wars a little. Once you get all this out like it should be, you can do the feet too. Pull this out, because I think that's last. So just try to get this out like that. Now you can get these can move how you need them to move. There's a little notch at this part, and then you can just move this out. And all this stuff is, you kind of just got to get it out the way of itself. So you can just start to pull this down, put this down, because it goes in, but you gotta, you gotta maneuver it so it can get out the way. Then you can move all this down. It's gonna go inside. So as you're maneuvering this down, you can maneuver this like this and then push this inside. So once this goes down, it's sitting in. Then you, if you got it all right, then you can just move this over and it covers up the side. Then push this up to cover up the back, which, like I said, you got to have that all the way over like it's supposed to be. And there's a leg. Repeat that over here. Pull this up and get this foot out. Get this foot forward as far as it can. Fold this up, fold this up. And you can maneuver this down, put that, push that in as you get it all the way down. Got the legs done. Now there's a little tab here that kind of tabs in. There it is right there. It tabs into here. This is eventually going to be moved over. Once you get all that stuff out the way, it can move. But yeah, so let's get this head out the way. It's a weird joint because it goes, you spin it around. Watch these ears. Then you spin it around like this. So then this is long. You get that, and then when you pull it back up, it'll sit where it needs to sit, but you don't have to do that yet. Then you can get this all together so it kind of fills in that space. Pull this out like your typical, and these come off a lot. They're just stuck on in here, and that's one thing. That's another thing I don't like. I think the two biggest things, just these falling off and the way the trailer sits on it as vehicle. In the vehicle mode. But then you pull that all the way out and you can just get these out the way. Do that again over here. It's funny, Optimus Prime's design elements like don't change. Like the way the arms go in, it's crazy how they just don't ever change. This you can get pulled out here to get this all together. Oh, also the matrix. I don't know where the matrix is. I will show that off though. So then get these off. This comes off, so be careful. It doesn't hurt anything. It's just another element. Like it's like parts forming, but it's not, because you can leave it on, but it's loose and it just comes off a lot. I don't really think it's supposed to come off because it's a little bit bigger on the end on this black piece. You can see it. The end of it is a little wider, so it doesn't come out easily, but it does slide. It's supposed to slide back and forth like that. So I think it just comes out. So you can just move this up, put this down like this. This as such, move down, spin around, and this as well, move down, spin it around. Then you can move this up. Goes in there like that. Move this up, make the body. This goes, make sure these are forward because this flap goes behind. Then this is gonna form the chest. Yeah, so you gotta push it down like that so it's in there. Push that in, and you close this up. Move this around now, and then close the body up. Put his head up. Now for his arms, flip his hands out first. Wait, let me make sure. See, this panel is really tight, so I'm not sure. I thought it would go. I thought it goes down and then it folds in. I think so. Yeah, you gotta fold it on that elbow, and then get this in like that. And then once you have that, then you can push it up. And it'll fold up on itself. You gotta have this elbow right. And that's the final. And then you can move this elbow back and forth or however you want, because it's like double jointed. But let me see if I can show it better over here. So you get this fist out, and then you kind of gotta get this elbow like that. And this moves, but it's blocked by that elbow, so you just gotta try to get it the proper way. Then it goes up in that cavity. But in any case, then you can move these arms in if you want. These arms can be in. I think the official is like this, just because you get this extra joint. And there's Optimus Prime, Light of Justice. Just Legends class Optimus. And all in all, I think it's a wonderful Legends class Optimus. So let me compare it to the Masterpiece Light of Freedom. And that's where you are with the Masterpiece and the Legends, how big it is. But as you see, it's basically the same. But I think with these, how they're different blues, I think on some of the review units I've seen, that's how it is here. And with the gray on his arms, they have it underneath. The gray's not on here, so I don't know what that's about either. But that's the only real. Putting this in to compare New Age's Megatron with Optimus Magic Square. And actually, I thought New Age figures were a little smaller than Magic Squares, and some of them may be, but this isn't bad, I don't think. Then you have these fists. Let me show you. He can hold his, and you see this is getting chewed up. I think this is from Roller. It's just some silver paint, because it is tight. It's super tight. It's super tight. Usually I'll show you how it's just a hole, so you can just put the different fists in. Usually I do this because it's just easier. And it's hard getting this gun all the way, but then I put it in his fist, so then he holds it a little bit better. Let's get to articulation. So his arms, there's this thing again. I may glue them on because it don't hurt anything for them to stay on. They just fall off. So I don't care. I'm not going to sell this probably. Most of my Legends I'm not going to sell ever. So he comes all the way around. He has a double jointed elbow that gets more than 90 degrees. He doesn't have articulated fingers, but you do have the different fingers, and he does have the twist. He has bicep swivel. You can pull these out so you can get him up to there, and he has down there. I think you can you manipulate this to get a forward? No, it doesn't look like you can. So you just get up, you don't get a forward. Oh, you can. You do get a little butterfly back and not really forward. That's for transformation, but you can't get that butterfly back. These open. The matrix goes in there. I'm gonna show that in a minute. His head goes back that far, forward that far. It can spin all the way around. He has this thing too. It's not light piping. It look like it can be. You can pull it out, but he doesn't come with a new one. It's just metallic eyes, and the eyes look good. I like the metallic eyes, but I think the paint they just couldn't get in there good enough. You see his gun, he has a little paint. I think it's a good sculpt. It's a normal sculpt. He can go all the way around with his waist. He has ab crunch. He has ab crunch back. That's really transformation. But then you can get these skirts out the way. Now this is all one. I know people don't like one, and you can get him out the way a little bit to get this all the way up. And then you can get his feet all the way up, and these side skirts are all one with the back. But I mean, for pictures and stuff, I don't think it looks terrible. You can fake it. I don't think you would need up that much for a picture. I don't know what he would be doing. So I think with the ab crunch and the turn, you can fake it and you can get it back that far. And then on the side, you can get sides. He does a full split. So he has thigh swivel, which is at the top. Knee is double jointed. Yeah, it's double jointed. It has this it breaks it up a little bit. It's basically the same knee of his masterpiece counterpart, and you get more than 90 degrees, way more. No knee swivel or nothing. Foot goes down that much, goes up, and the rocker is way more than you probably need. But yeah, I think that's about it. Seems as though I lost the matrix. I don't know where it is. And I also found the matrix, which is very small. It just slots in. There's a slot right there. It slots in, and that's what it looks like. It just sits there, and the doors do close. It's not that great looking. I usually take better care, but I don't know. It's probably somewhere upstairs. Be fooling with it while I'm on the couch. That's why I like these Legends figures, because they're small. You can like fool with them. I usually have them on my desk at work. Ain't been to work in a while. Please like, subscribe, share. It helps me in the community. If you want to share my videos, really helps me. I appreciate y'all. Hope y'all staying safe, and I'll get over with you. Oh, you know what? I did not show the axe. And it's basically, let me just show you. So you basically do it just like you do the fist. Almost was out, and there you go. And now you've seen everything, and I'm out.
Life ain't over, life ain't over. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.